Peace, blessing, salutation. So I want to see, let me see if anybody's kind of connecting in here because I don't want you to miss this segment. For the people who are locking in, I'm also on doing a YouTube feed as well. So I want to make sure that people are chiming in, and because I don't want you all to miss this queen and what she's going to be talking about. So. Okay, I see some people getting on. Give me the thumbs up if you can. If the Wi-Fi is clear. I'm hoping that it's nice and clear that everybody can see me. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know that I'm connected. That you can see. Okay, there we go. We got the thumbs up. William Saunders, peace, brother. Good morning, or actually good afternoon. Now I'm losing track of time. So. I posted this and and basically the Dawood speaks. I see you, family. So I posted this and basically it's like, who is really out here on the front lines doing the work to uplift our communities and that sort of thing. And I always like these inspiring type of stories because I just think it lends so much value to who we are as a people, what we can do. And what we're capable of doing. And the possibilities of man are unlimited. I always say this, especially on this plane of things made manifest. And that's why I always say the whole earth is our stomping ground. But there are certain people who are out here on a daily basis putting in work, and they don't always get the recognition that they deserve. And quite frankly, they don't always get the resources that they deserve. And so I had this queen on before. Her spirit just ignited me to go even harder. She's a beautiful spirit, but more importantly, her drive and ability to make things happen is to me, it's phenomenal. What she's doing. She's located basically right in the hood, but she has built a school, a tech school for young Black and Latino students so that they can progress. The students that everybody else gives up on, this queen here is providing them an opportunity to not only tap into their skill set, but she's got a system set up to where they actually go on to get jobs. So she's got a school that's set up to where she trains these students. They go through her course, and then she actually sets them up with companies to go out and get jobs. So it's not just you're doing memorization work for going to school for 12 years, and then you come to find out that you don't even have skills to work for anybody. So I want to introduce you again to Stephanie Boutte and let her tell you from the last time we've spoken, just some of the strides that she's made, some of the people that have reached out. Stephanie, how you doing, Queen?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me again. You know, ever since you guys interviewed me, I've been overwhelmed. I have this new form of energy. It's overwhelming in a good way because I was able to kind of step back and look at all the programs I was offering. And so many people reached out to me from the university where they teach and the programs that they're currently having, and they offered their help and their support. And so they have my programs at another level. Basically, some of the programs that we were currently offering, we were able to break them up into smaller programs where they could get certifications and go to work quicker. And so it's kind of like more for the individual that was laid off. And so we offered like 5 different short programs. That's about 6 to 9 weeks, which was exciting. And I wanted to thank everybody that was able to help me with that. I also wanted to mention that we had gotten a lot of donations, like around $4,500. And I was blown away because some of the things that we were trying to do and we were sitting on, we were able to do. We bought some equipment. We kind of bumped up our security around the school. We needed that. Got the kids some uniforms because school was starting. That was the highlight. And there was a couple of people I wanted to share with you that sent in some checks to sponsor some of the students. And they actually put on the check, I want this to go towards a male student. And they had the descriptions on what they wanted. And so we would go through our catalog, and we saw the students that fit that description. And so we called them in and we said, we have some scholarship money for you. Somebody donated this to the school. And so all your books and supplies are free now. And it was I'm just humbled because so many people did that for us. And the resources, I didn't realize how we were fighting and being pushed back because of the resources we didn't have, because I just kept going with what I had and not really looking at the bigger picture. And now the bigger picture is so beautiful because we are eligible to offer associate degrees, 2-year degrees. We can offer African American studies. We could offer so many different entrepreneur programs that I want to do. The coding, Van Jones has this project where he wants to get 100,000 students to do coding, and there's resources out there. There's so many different things now that we could do that I want to participate in and I want to offer to my community. I don't want to just be here anymore. I want to franchise across the country, and I want to help other schools like myself. I want to join forces with the schools that I've met and the owners that I've met so we could offer this around the country. So you see where I'm thinking?
Yes.
It's like now I'm like, okay, I was listening to Dr. Watkins the other day talking about, I think it was Dr. Watson or Dr. Anderson. One of them were saying that we need to hire our children. So my daughter's 29 and she's in corporate, and my son is in corporate and he's 25. And I'm already gearing them to come and bring their talents and their skills with me so they could work their business. This is a family business also, so that they could be a part of what we're doing.
So, Queen.
Yes.
Queen, Derek Stewart asked, tell them the name of the school so that they know. That's my bag. I should have said that at the beginning, but give them the info on the name of the school.
The name of I'm in Houston, Texas, and the name of my school is called HTEC, Houston's Training and Education Center. And our website is www.houston-tec.com. And if you want to send me, you could go to contact, you could send me a message. We actually, believe it or not, the donations have really, really, really helped. So if you guys want to do more than anything is donate. I had so many people offering their services, but they want me to pay certain fees. I really don't have the fees to pay right now, but just give me a little bit more time, and we're going to be doing things where I'll be able to extend more resources out to other Black businesses. But right now, I just can't.
I want to speak on that. I want to talk about that real quick because I just did a segment earlier on Industrial Bank, which is located in Washington, D.C. And it's the oldest Black bank in D.C. And within the last, they've picked up like 1,500 new members, and they have gotten $2.7 million in deposits. And so the reason I want to bring this up is because we know, and I come from that lineage, that legacy where the Black woman, like my grandmother, my mother, like you might just have a couple, half a loaf of bread and a couple eggs in the fridge and maybe some Kool-Aid with a little sugar. But guess what? Mom and grandma made a meal out of that. They made a meal out of that. And so, and that meal was like the best because not only was it a great meal with very little that they had, but there was so much love put into it. And so I want you to hear that Stephanie is putting in work on a shoestring budget. She's putting in work on a shoestring budget, trying to make things happen for our children, for the next generation. The same thing that I talk about every day, the same thing that we discuss, the same videos that I show you where parents are disrespecting their children. Well, this woman is on the front line doing that. So when we talk about resources and help, if we know that over $10 million within the last month and a half has been put in one United Way bank, Black bank, in Atlanta. We know that 2.7 million has been put in an industrial bank. So my point being is that lend whatever you can, lend the resources to a project where this woman's vision, she's trying to take it even further. She's trying to turn her thing into a full-fledged college for our children. Now, how long have you been in business, Stacey? Talk about that and tell them some about the vision that you have for the school.
Well, I've been in business for about 19 years now, and I've been really focused on turning the school into a university. That was actually the goal, is to build a university, a college, a 2-year college, and then become a 4-year college so I can start offering programs that's going to help build our community and resources where they could come and really get a quality education. And that's the ultimate goal, is to have our own university. And I get really emotional when I listen to you talk, and I try not to cry, but I tell people all the time, it's hard when you don't have the resources and you have so much vision. It's just really hard. I
got a question, Stephanie. Somebody's asking, how are you paying your teachers, and how were you able to pay them in the beginning?
What I do is, there's local state agencies. Like, I have contracts with the veterans agencies, and I have contracts with local agencies like the WorkSource. And so when they send students to us, our programs, they pay whatever the max is. So if I get a student from the WorkSource, they'll probably pay $6,000 for that student, and the program is probably $13,000 or $12,000. So we only get that amount because our students really don't have the resources to pay. Now, sometimes I get students that do have monies and they'll pay monthly, and so that happens. But the majority of our funding will come from our veteran contract. Like, we are eligible for all of veteran services, anything in training, Chapter 31, Chapter 35. And so when they send us veterans, that's another way we pay. And because we're small, most of the resources I get is enough to at least do my payroll and the taxes. But all the other things that we're trying to do, it's really hard. So that's why I was trying to get the Title IV. I was trying to, we did the accreditation so we could bring in other sources, and we also write grants. We've been struggling lately because a lot of the funding that we applied for, like I told you, we were awarded it, but we were never funded because they ran out of funding. So that kind of pushed us back. And then we have a corporate sponsor that sends us money every month, and because he just believes in what we do. And so that kind of helps out paying the light bill and the gas and little things like that. So we've been staying afloat, but it's just been hard to just get to the next level. Like, we have new programs and you want to do new things. For example, we have to do an audit just to be eligible for certain types of funding. Mm-hmm. And the audit is $10,000 alone. So just, wow. If we can't really pay the audit, how are we going to apply for the grant? So you see how the catch 2020 is, we're getting the resources just to do the bare minimums, but the extra things that we need to do, for example, like even the hiring of new instructors, you still have to hire them before you offer the program. So I've been so fortunate that I've been getting people that just believe in what I'm doing, and they volunteer their services. And then once I get the resources, I put them on payroll. So believe it or not, it's been beautiful, but it's still kind of frustrating because the struggle is real. And it's like, I feel like we're here. After 19 years, we should be here because the focus has never changed. The focus, you see, I tell my staff has been with me for 10 years. And that's what I humble myself with them, because I love them so much, because they believe in what I'm doing, and they see the product of what we're producing into the community. So they fight with me. And one of the things that I try not to lose track of, and we're going to do well financially. We're always going to survive. But I don't want to lose focus on the product, the service, and what we open the school for. Once we lose that, I think H-Tech is no longer going to be that special entity that's making the change. I think that's important. And that's why I think our struggle is a little bit more deep, because sometimes I do have to walk away from certain types of funding that's going to hinder us from achieving the goals that we're trying to achieve. I don't want to lose the things that's working. Am I making sense?
Good point.
We're placing people. We have programs that are powerful. You know, when we develop our programs, I have externships. I put in all my programs, if you go through this program, you have to do at least 280 hours within an organization. I want you to get those skills on hand. And that organization should be in the position to hire you. So I do these type of things. Everything is hands-on. And so when you start getting regulated, it takes away from what I've been doing for so long that's been successful. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And so, again, Stephanie, commend you for what you're doing. Since we last talked, you have started some new programming and things of that nature. Speak a little bit about that. Let's get an ear to that, because I think that is so important. I know you're talking about the what you want to start as far as the coding. Let's go through a little of new stuff, because your mind goes like 1,000 miles, and so you're always starting and thinking of new things to be innovative within the school. So talk to the viewing audience about some of that.
Well, what I've been doing lately is trying to think of ways that my students can be more of entrepreneurs, that they can really work for themselves. And so we broke a lot of our programs down, and I did 5 programs that they could get certified and just go and do whatever they need to do with it. We're doing the A+ certification, the fiber optics training program. That's about, I would say, 6 weeks at the max. I'm doing the EPA certification. If they are already in heating and air conditioning and they just need to come in and get some license, because I always say a lot of people have got all these skills, but they don't have the certification. Mm-hmm. So for that mom and pop organization that know how to do these things, they could come to us and just get those certifications without having to take a whole program. We're doing the phlebotomy, because that's really hot in all the hospitals. You could start your own phlebotomy service and just offer the services to the hospitals, to the labs, and so forth. It's just so many different things. And the last thing that we've done, and that we're about to submit, is a security service technician. It's like security service is so big with the telecommunications company, with your wire network services. That is so big right now, and I want these students to have that technical skill to build the surveillance and put these video cameras out in the communities and in people's homes and apartment complexes. That's in demand right now. And so I'm excited about it, and I'm getting a lot of ladies to inquire about it. And so it's not traditional programs anymore. My programs are geared for men and women. So I'm excited, and I just want to thank everybody again. I'm humble. I really am.
Give them, Stephanie, give them your information again. How can they contact you if they want to donate? How can they reach out? Put that plug out there again.
If they want to reach me, they could go to www.houston-tec.com, and they put on the web guide put on the front page how you can donate. So if you want to donate, we're actually looking for donations. I think this is great. I'm just overwhelmed with the things that we'll be able to do with resources. And if you want to send me a message, and if you want to help out in any way, you could go to htech@houston-tec.com, because I had a gentleman that came in, and he's helping me with my GED classes. He come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he teaches GED. So that's been a blessing. Nice. So I just love you guys. Thank you.
No, Stephanie. Thank you for all that you do, because and I put this post specifically the way I did for that reason, because you were actually on the front lines. I've always said that our teachers, especially our real teachers, should be making a lot more money than our sports stars. But that's just my way of thinking. It's probably skewed by society. I don't know. But in any case, we thank you for the service that you provide, and hopefully that they can have that. People will extend their hand and donate. If not money, if they can donate some time and come in and aid and assist. We know that you're on a shoestring budget, so the money is not necessarily there, but people can volunteer some time, effort, and we can make your school a success. and like you said, franchise it out and take it across the country. So I commend you for your job. I'm going to have you on periodically just as a reminder. People need to see you. They need to know you. They need to know what your school is doing. And so thank you for the service that you provide. Yes, you have something else.
One more thing. There has been a couple of people that reached out to me that want to start schools and actually that's in the school business. I'm giving all the resources I can and the help. I'm always available to help anybody that have that vision that want to do what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 19 years and I'm available. I'm loaded with information and knowledge and I don't have a problem sharing it.
Okay, great. And that's important because that within itself says a lot, because we have a lot of brothers and sisters, they get knowledge and they don't want to share it. They don't want to pass it on. I go through that all the time. I mean, there's doors that I've been trying to get in, and there's brothers and sisters that I know personally that we've shaken hands, sat and had a meal together, but they refuse to give me that information. And it's kind of, it's like, it's disheartening. Like, really? Like, it just shows the division. So for one to extend their hand and say, "Hey, I got the knowledge. I want to, share that and give that to you to open up other doors for you." I commend you. So thank you again for the service that you provide. Please extend your hand if you can. If not, extend your time. If you have some availability, I'm sure that she can use your services. My name is Yurima Karama. This is Real Life, Real Talk. These are the days of our lives. And I will be having this queen back on, like I said, periodically, just as a reminder, just to let everybody remember the work that she's putting in and the assistance, aid and assistance that she needs, and to give periodic reports on the growth of her school. She's been in business 19 years doing this. So for our children. So I think that says a lot. That speaks volumes. So please connect with this queen. Again, that's H-Tech.
www.houston-tec.com. www.houston-tec.com.
So there you have it. Stephanie Boutte, thank you for being on. On a side note, connect with me. You know my webpage, www.yurimakarama.com. Later to this afternoon, 2:30 Eastern time, I will be on RT America. They will be interviewing me. So if you have time, please tap into that. Yeah, I think you can live stream it, or you can catch it on YouTube. They've asked me to come in and talk about the principles of Marcus Garvey. And they've also asked me to talk about the state of Black America. This is going to be fun. And I'm going in not only with my compass gear, but my black on black unity shirt. So this should be good. So with that said, you know how I get down already. I'm going to keep it funky across the board, 100. So my name is Yurima Karama. Let's connect. These are the days of our lives. Real life, real talk. Peace. I'm out. Until next time.